Alright, hey guys, my name is Eric. This is my 2013 Faction Amero Complete that I've set up. So you have the Faction Amero frame and the Amero forks, and I'll get a little bit closer here. Got your 22-inch rims, 36 individual spokes, which is very nice. It keeps the weight slightly down. I put some chromed valve caps on the front and back, of course, because it looks nice. I've actually had those for about, I'd say, geez, 6-7 years. So Faction was cool enough to hook me up with like 2 sets of wheels. So you got this weird kind of off-brand tire, just kind of random. So you can see the quality of the nipples, very nice. So you got your U-brake. I'm running brakes on this. I wasn't running brakes on the Zeitgeist, mainly because I didn't really need it for where I lived before. Okay, I don't have a chain on this. I had a chain on this. It was a Shadow half-link. The problem is that it was making this retarded like popping sound, and I don't know if that's normal, but it didn't sound right, and it was like driving me insane basically. So I took the chain off. I ordered a full-length chain about 4 days ago. It should be here tomorrow or the next day or something. So if I put that chain on and it's still doing a popping sound, I've checked every other thing possible, and the sound is coming from here. I know it's not the bottom bracket because I seated that properly, put enough grease in there and whatever. It's not the crank arms, and the reason why I think it's either the chain or the sprocket is because when I get on the bike and pedal it without the chain being on there, it doesn't make the sound. So obviously the fact that the sound is coming in from this area, it's either that the half-link chain that I had on here was not fitting these teeth properly, even though they're, you know, the correct size for the sprocket to fit the chain. It's 1/8 or whatever. Yeah, so something's either going on with the half-link or my sprocket is like bent or something. I mean, I think every sprocket has a little wobble to it, but like if I pedal this, it will sort of move out slightly and go back in slightly, so I don't know if that's normal. I seem to remember my other one did that also, so I'm not sure. But it doesn't look like that would be the issue, but if I do put that chain on and it's still making the sound, the full-length chain, then it's got to be the sprocket. So what I'll do is, if it is the sprocket, I'll send this sprocket back, get a replacement or a different sprocket altogether, and then I'll probably just run the half-link on the new sprocket if that's what the problem is. But anyway, moving on here, we got the Odyssey PC twisted pedals in green, kind of see-through. You can see the axle bolt in the center with the bearings. These bearings are really smooth. So these are nice, they're lightweight, they're pretty grippy. I haven't ran plastic pedals in like ages. So then we got the Primo Power Bites in black. Little bit of chipping here and there, but not too bad. I got all these parts literally a week ago, so it's not too shabby. So these are Primo Power Bites, 180 millimeters. The sprocket is a SE Racing 25 tooth aluminum bubble sprocket, they call it, because I guess these are like little bubbles or something. I don't know. So I got a lime green brake cable. I just wanted kind of like a different brake cable color than, you know, an ivy green or whatever. So obviously you can see the theme of this bike is like green and black mainly, and then there's kind of like some chrome or silver accents. Then we got the green Eclat seat. It's plastic, as you can tell. It's very light. It's kind of like a seat post combo. So yeah. And then we have the Eastern Nitrous stem, as you can see. There's the Amero logo. Got some S&M bars, 8.5 rise, 28 width. Then we have the Diatech Goldfinger trigger. Favorite trigger ever. Mainly because it's so tiny and I only brake with one finger, so. And then we have the Garrett Reeves Sunday grips. They're kind of like a green-black swirl, so I just thought that, you know, kind of looked nice. And we're running the Faction F22 tire, as you can see, on the front. I just put a 22 sticker there. So I'm running the Faction F22 tire on the front because it looks like more of a dirt tread and it's a bigger tire, and I like running a slightly larger dirt type tire on the front. And that's more of a street tread in my opinion, and it's a smaller, slightly smaller tire, so I put that on the back, so it's pretty badass. 36 individual spokes on this rim as well. Got your cassette hub, I forgot to mention that. It's a 2510, and if you're wondering why that's such a weird ratio, well, you have to think of it as the fact that there's more wheel to rotate, so this isn't a 20-inch bike, of course, so the 10 tooth in the back allows you for a faster speed up transition. It's basically like more torque. That's pretty much as simple as I can explain it. So it is a 21.5 top tube. I was kind of surprised they didn't just go with a 22-inch top tube. To me, that's kind of more of a perfect size, but whatever. It still does the job. That 0.5 isn't that huge of a deal. And I got I just got a Rant, you know, sealed headset. It was cheap. It gets the job done. I don't really care about headsets that much. Can't really see them, don't really care. And then on the bottom, I do care about my bottom brackets. I got a Fly bottom bracket, 22 millimeter for the 22 millimeter spindle that these power bikes use. It's got aluminum spacer cups, kind of nice. These are probably my favorite cranks, just because they're, you know, streamlined and they just look different from other cranks. I like the shape of them. There's the front hub. Now, if you buy this set from Faction, you know, these forks are actually black, but what I did is I took them off and sprayed them green to match, you know, the rest of my parts and whatnot. So, actually, I sprayed a lot of these parts. I sprayed the forks, the stem, because that was actually originally yellow. The grips were always green, the brake cable was always lime green, pedals were always green. That sprocket was blue, so I sprayed that green, and that seat was black, so I sprayed that green also. And that's pretty much, I would say, about it for the bike. Because there's nothing really else that I can say other than I didn't show you the other side. I did put a 22-inch sticker on the bottom chainstay, so that's kind of nice. I was thinking about running like a free coaster on this, but I'm not really sure if I should or not. But I'm kind of used to pedaling backwards, but at the same time it'd be kind of cool to like not have to pedal backwards, I guess. But I I'll go ahead and take a few stills of this bike and put them at the beginning of the video, I guess, or maybe I won't, I'm not really sure, but if anybody had the Zeitgeist model before this, basically this frame blows that out of the water, we'll just say. So like if you're afraid to buy the new frame from Faction, don't be, because it's definitely worth it. I was actually sort of hesitant because I thought I was going to end up with like a bad geometry frame for my taste, like I did with the Zeitgeist. Sorry to say, but I just didn't really like it at all. I actually probably should have returned it, but luckily I sold it to someone, and basically the money that I sold that for pretty much bought what's in this video. So the way you can basically tell that this frame's geometry is better is the fact that the bottom bracket height is higher, and as you can see, what I look for now is when the lower chainstay is slightly going up, that's a good sign. If the chainstay is going down or it's straight across, you're not going to be able to like manual as well. It's just the way it is. Like race bikes all have either flat bottom chainstays or they go slightly down. It's basically to keep the back wheel, the front wheel down so you don't like pop up. But considering I'm more of a street park biker, sometimes dirt, but mainly street and park, I like to be able to like pop and manual really easily, and this type of geometry is perfect for that. And if you're wondering why I don't like 20s, well, I'm like 6'2", and I feel like I'm like really hunched over, like on the bike, if I'm riding a 20. So anybody that's tall should definitely pick this frame and fork and wheel setup. It's definitely worth it. You have to buy the other parts to go with it, but those are all just, you know, standard 20-inch parts that you can buy off like Dan's Comp or your local bike shop or whatever. So yeah, I definitely recommend you buy this. Go to factionbikeco.com right now and get yourself one of these sets. They come in you know, matte black. It comes in a matte black frame with a matte black fork, and you can get the rear rim in chrome or white, and you can get the front rim in matte black or white, and you can also get the frame and fork in white. And I'm sure you can mismatch like with a black fork and a white frame or something, so you know, there's options out there. I like to stick with black frames like always because I don't like my frames getting dirty, and black kind of hides stuff, so I always just ride with a black frame with black bars most of the time. And I like chrome rear rims because the brake pads stick to them better than painted rims. That's just my preference though. I do like that they laced the back hub with black spokes versus chrome spokes, because I think that would have been way too much chrome. So that's pretty neat that they did that. What would be cool is if there was like black spokes in the back with a chrome rim, which is the way it is now, and then chrome spokes with a black rim in the front, just so it's like a accent or something. I mean, I could actually see myself with a green, you know, either green spokes in the back with a chrome rim, or a green rim with chrome spokes in the back, or maybe black spokes with a green rim. I don't know, I could see that. But I think I like it the way it is. It's pretty dialed. I put a 10mm chrome spacer for the headset. I think 7's better, but I went with 10 because I wanted to raise, well, there's two reasons. I wanted to raise my stem up just a little bit higher, and I also wanted to not have like two, you know, spacers between the frame and the stem. I'd rather just have one piece, so you can't really find like a 7mm headset spacer in one piece. You have you have to combine like a 5 and like a 2, and I don't really like separate spacers, so I just went with a straight 10. And yeah, I could cut one with a hacksaw, but I wanted like a machined like straight cut with no like roughness to it at all. So I mean, like I said, I could do that myself. I could, like, you know, try to get it as smooth as possible, but 10 millimeters is fine. It's not really that off. It's close enough, so I just deal with it, whatever. But anyway, I'll see you guys later. Thanks, Keith, and thank you, Kevin, for hooking me up with this. I really appreciate it. I hope you like this video. I'll try to get some, like, writing clips of this. Yeah, also, that was pretty funny when you were saying, like, people were sending you pictures that look like Bigfoot sightings, so I hope this video does you a little better than some blurry-ass picture of someone with a horrible camera sense. I don't know. But, yeah, hopefully you can see what I'm seeing, and what I'm seeing is a beautiful, complete bike, other than the issue that I'm having with the popping sound. I got rid of that other shush sound that my bottom bracket was making. I think it's just because it needed grease, so I got that out, so that's nice. So I just need to figure out this retarded popping sound. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that it's the chain. Like I said, we'll find out in 2 days. But thanks guys for watching. Feel free to put this on your website or whatever, and your Facebook. I'd like to watch it on there. It would just be kind of interesting. But thanks a lot, guys, and I really appreciate your company, and I hope you stay in business for another 3 decades, because that would be awesome. Yeah, I also heard you're going to be having a distributor or something in the States from someone, but I don't know if that's true. Maybe it's just rumors and gossip. I'm not really sure, but anyway, that's enough rambling. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Bye.